You know, Jesus wants to invite us into relationship, not to religion. He wants a relationship with us. Many of you in the room have that relationship, but every one of us can deepen that relationship with Jesus. You know, in some ways, this is a very simple word today. Oh, but it's so profound. Because you need to abide and dwell in me. You may think that you're being fruitful, but what is the fruit that you're producing if you're not dwelling and abiding in Jesus? You see, Jesus says that we both need to be with him, stay with him, abide in him, have company with him, be in his presence. We need to both be with Jesus, and we also need to do what Jesus is asking us to do. Some of us are really good at being and hanging, and some of us are really good at doing and making things happen and achieving. But Jesus wants us to both be and do, not to neglect one or the other. There's a little story of a parent who told his child to go and clean their bedroom. Go off and go and tidy your bedroom and clear your bedroom. Apparently, the child said, well, I've memorized what you said. Go and clean my bedroom. And the parent says, did you do it? And the child says, no, but I know what the Greek word is for clean. And the parent says, but you still need to clean up. And the child said, you know what? I had a connect group that came round. We all sat in the bedroom. We all talked about what it would be like to clean up the bedroom. In fact, one of the children said that once they cleaned their bedroom and their parents were so pleased with them. But the parents said, but did you clean your bedroom? No. I'm talking a lot about it. Don't neglect the doing in the being. You've got to do some doing as well in the being. You know, in this being, Jesus then outlines many different ways what he talks about how you can be. And I'm going to run through a few practical ways that we can be with Jesus. He says in John 8, abide in my word. If you hold to my teachings, you really are my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Abide in my word, a red letter word there. The second one, pray earnestly. It says the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So what should you do? Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out harvest into his harvest field. Abide, pray, worship. In Luke 4 it says, it is written, worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Abide, pray, worship. And Matthew 11 says, rest in me. Come to you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Abide, pray, worship, rest. Fasting. But when you fast, do put oil on your head and wash your face. For me, it's a moisturizer. I don't get a gallon of oil and pour it on my face. And what I think it's saying is look normal. Go about your normal way of life. Do some fasting, put yourself together and go out in the world and don't pretend, you're something special because you're fasting. Go about your normal way of living. Abide, pray, worship, rest, fast. Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for man, not the man for the Sabbath. Take a Sabbath. Take a rest. Trust God that he will provide. You don't have to work 7 days a week. He will provide. Abide, pray, worship, rest, fast, Sabbath. And finally, solitude. When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Abide, pray, worship, rest, fast, Sabbath, and solitude. All relate to being with Jesus. It says, A.W. Tozer once said, if a man or woman, he didn't say a woman, but I'm going to add that in. If a man or person wants to be used by God, They cannot spend all of their time with people. They need to spend some time being with Jesus, putting their time into relating with Jesus. Because see, our private battles will be won. It will determine our public victories. Our private battles will determine our public victories. You may feel like you're a novice in this area, or you may feel like I've done this for years and I know exactly what you're talking about. Every single one of you, every single one of us can improve in this area, can spend more time with Jesus, can more time abiding, more time resting, more time praying, because we never feel like we've prayed enough. We never feel that we've quite got a grasp of the word enough. We never feel that we're resting enough and trusting enough. We never quite feel that we're having enough Sabbath, because there's a journey to keep pressing in. If you do want some kind of way to help you, if you're beginning on the journey or really want a refreshing on that, we're going to recommend this book by Brian Heasley called Be Still. And we bought a few copies that we've got in the Next Step Lounge. If you want to pick one up today, they're about £8. Or if not, you can get them online and they're easily available. Just a really simple guide to pick up and to refresh again how you can be with Jesus and encourage yourself to be more like Jesus, because this is a process of discipleship so that world around us can see who our Jesus really is. You know, a couple of things here I'm drawing in now. Prayer in the church. I was asked recently, how do you do prayer in the church? How do you get it into the culture? What is it that you're doing at C3?
If you enjoyed this video today, why don't you click subscribe and click on that notification bell to get a notification the next time we upload a video. And if you're new or you've been coming to the C3 Church for a little while now, why don't you find out what your next step might be in the journey of faith? Click on the next step link in the description below to find out what your next step in your journey might be.